Welcome everybody to another episode of Section 305, the sports show. I'm Raul Pagan here with my team, Anthony Aguirre and Nick Dupont, who is celebrating because right now I don't know if they are contenders because we've seen them have this type of undefeated, the beginning of the first half. Undefeated, but then all of a sudden, a couple of mistakes from their coach. And also games that they've had a lead, and all of a sudden they fall. So possibly
we can get into that when the topic comes.
This could be a different outcome, but I'm happy for Nick because right now he's celebrating that hurricane big win against my Florida Gators. My Gators.
Gator bait.
Three straight losses. Like building up here, I think this is the end of you.
All I'm saying, Raul, I don't know about you, but I was joining the players that night and having some delicious gator. It was amazing. Ooh. I had an incredible time. Had some nice grilled gator. Normally I like it fried. Had some nice grilled gator though. Tasted fantastic.
For the viewers out there, we have a group chat with a bunch of our other friends. I sent a photo of a cooked gator and Raul, he took the bait on that one.
It's okay, Raul. You got your national.
We at least I got the national championship in basketball. But yeah, we're definitely officially out of the playoffs. I mean, after losing against South Florida, we were already out of the top 25. So that says a lot. But now we're gonna talk about this at the end of the show. But this week, Miami's got a bye week, so they can.
But they have a big test coming up. Especially
against Florida State.
Business.
Yep,
that's another big test that I'm excited to watch, man.
Yep, and for me, like that's actually the biggest game for them of the year. Because have you seen the schedule? It's flexible. No top 25 team.
That's just an easy schedule, though. I mean, originally it was going to be SMU as their I think fourth ranked team that they were going to go up against, but SMU obviously dropped in the rankings. They are not having a good season. I will say Syracuse is looking like one of those like very underrated teams.
You saw what happened with
I did see what happened in their quarterback, so they are going to take a toll from that.
That was a crucial game. That was a crucial game that they would have won. They would have made it to the ACC championship game and possibly the playoffs. So that I'm
talking about last week with Syracuse beating Clemson. I'm talking about
Miami. Like Miami, like that was their biggest crucial game. They had a big lead, they lost, and so that cost them from not making to the ACC championship game and the playoffs. It's a new season. It's a new season, and they got a two-time national champion quarterback. We'll get into that at the end of the show. But all right, so
also just to sort of tease for the next episode. We know there's breaking news happening, but we'll talk about that the next episode.
Yeah,
and it should be pretty good to focus on. It also because I don't know how much you
can mention it right now because it's actually breaking news.
Yeah, but I'll say this, like with Fred VanVleet, of course, potentially out for the season. We'll get into that in another episode, but I will say it does impact the Heat in a way. And I will mention it in the next episode, but just keep that in mind. It does impact the Heat in a way.
Let's also talk about the other breaking news in the NFL with Nick Bosa having a season-ending injury for the Niners.
Nick Bosa, and what's crazy is that Mac Jones offensively has played good.
He's been serviceable. He's been good for the Kyle Shanahan offense. He's serviceable.
I mean, everybody that goes to that type of system is gonna have success, especially with the type of players they have around. Like now, Brandon Ayuk is out at the moment. Like he's still with that.
The injuries just go on with the Niners.
I mean,
like the Dolphins.
We'll get into that. Real quick. We'll get into that.
So since you just brought that up, Florida literally has been a roller coaster ride, like in all sports, like NBA, MLB, NFL, NHL.
I'm just saying, we're not out yet. We're not out just yet.
The Marlins are not out yet. That's what's crazy. I mean,
we are mathematically alive.
I mean, their percentage is very low for them to make it in the playoffs. But the reason why they're still alive is because in the West, the Diamondbacks and the Giants are giving them still an opportunity to go to the playoffs.
We'll take care of our own business and we'll see what goes from there. But
I mean, the Marlins actually giving signs that they're going little by little through a better road, better stage. Like right now, if they keep the same pieces offensively, and then they just acquire a couple of like good pitchers coming next season, they actually can turn things around and make it to the playoffs, and they can be like not a sleeper, but a team that could surpass expectations.
Maybe a dark horse. Maybe a
dark horse. Maybe a dark horse. Right now, they surpass expectations.
Oh yeah.
No, absolutely. They're supposed to be one of the worst teams in all of baseball this year.
Even though they're below 500, they're only 4 games, and for them to still be in the mixture over the Atlanta Braves in that division, that's crazy.
It's definitely a huge milestone for the team, considering that they spent no money in the offseason and they got rid of all their stars as they normally do. And now they're actually developing players again. I need to see them keep their big players and see them actually make pushes to believe in it. But I'm very excited for this season. I'm very excited for the end of this season because it does show a lot of hope as a Marlins fan.
Before we go into the topic, before we go to our first topic, I mean, back-to-back sweeps against Colorado and then Texas. I mean, listen. I know they're not the biggest.
And they can cost the Rangers to not even make it to the playoffs after that.
Exactly.
But it's important games, regardless of if it doesn't mean anything. It's important.
The Rangers. I saw a lot of Rangers Twitter being like, "We got this. This will give us a better chance." And then,
all of a sudden, right now they can be out of the mix, and Marlins are actually helping the Royals in the Central Division.
That's crazy.
So like it's gonna be interesting, like the final outcome of the season. The wild card starts in 8 days, but right now in the NL, there's 4 teams that have made the playoffs. The Phillies, who won the division, where the Marlins are still in the mixture to possibly make the playoffs, even though their percentage is low. Like it's still, how do you say?
We're still mathematically alive.
Yeah, and in the Central, the Brewers conquered the division, but the Cubs, second place, they made the playoffs. Now in the West, the Padres, if they win tonight, they're going into the playoffs. The Dodgers and San Diego are still battling to see who wins that division. I mean, who's gonna take the champions off that throne? The same thing we're talking about right now in the AFC West. The Broncos and the Chargers right now look legit to finally snap. All those years that the Chiefs have won since 2016 to 2024.
The Chiefs' reign finally might be over.
The reigns might finally be over. So there's a lot of interesting things going in sports right now. But let's go to the first topic.
There's going to be more local episode this time.
Yeah. So, all right. So we got the ups and downs. The ups, the Florida Panthers, back-to-back champions. Miami, undefeated. I'm talking about South Florida teams. The Marlins are still not out of the playoff run, so that's actually surpassing expectations. Now let's go to the negative side with the Miami Heat and the Miami Dolphins. Let's start off with the Heat. I mean, I am still surprised knowing that after the playoffs, he was actually battling injury in his right ankle, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, so the reports that
now it's a foot. Now it's a foot surgery.
What the reports were saying, people who are more closer to the situation, is this was lingering in the middle of the summer. So somewhere in between after the playoffs and now is when it first started occurring. They tried to undergo lethal injections to try to avoid surgery, but it didn't work out. And now that's why the surgery was pushed this late.
Wow. A couple of weeks before training camp. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the big bullet.
It's gonna hurt the Heat. It's definitely gonna hurt the Heat this year. Like
I remember when we had a topic about the Heat when they acquired Norman Powell via trade, and me and Anthony were going at it. I said that they're gonna be better. They're not contenders still. Like I also don't think they're a big dangerous team in the East, even though the East is actually more flexible than ever with the Celtics, Pacers, and the Bucks, depending Giannis
also
situation.
I'm not confident in them.
Philadelphia, you never know. Like at the moment, like Paul George is gonna stay with the team, but you've already heard the rumors of possibly getting traded. But yeah, like right now, the Heat are a playing team, and they've been mostly through this decade. But now with this Tyler Herro situation being out at least 2 months, let's go directly with the first topic. Will the Heat be above or below 0.500 upon his return? Since you've been out a couple of weeks, Anthony, the floor is yours.
So I didn't do a direct piece for Roundtable about the injury, but I did something like occurring about it. And what I noticed about their schedule before December 1st, 12 of their 23 games will be against Eastern Conference opponents. Three against New York, two against Cleveland, and they're both going to be at home.
Those are the top two teams, basically.
You could argue they're the top two teams. They face Orlando once. They'll face the Lakers in the mix, but they do have some easy games. Chicago, Charlotte. What else is here? They have a few easy games that could keep them alive. I will say this out of respect. I'm not gonna be biased here, like as my usual trolling self. I think they'll be above 500, but I would say it's because they can benefit of a not so difficult schedule, if that makes sense. Because they've been here before.
It helps them out with that.
Yeah, they've been here before with this whole, next man up mentality. This is not new to them. This is not new to Eric Spoelstra. I think they'll be okay. But even when Herro comes back, I still expect him to at some point take a hard hit in the season.
Nick?
I'm gonna have to disagree with that. Sorry, Anthony. I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I think honestly the Heat are gonna be under 500. Losing Tyler Herro is a key piece for them. Tyler Herro has been their main point guard now. In my eyes, a true shooting guard, but the Heat have to put him at a point guard position. You're getting rid of your best scorer.
Have control offensively of the game.
Well, yeah, that too. But although you are replacing him with Norman Powell at this point for 2 months, they basically do the exact same thing. I think Norman Powell's a little bit better defense than Tyler Herro. You're still losing your main guy to score the ball. Like, Norman Powell's going to have to pick up the slack, and I get it. Like, yes, Norman Powell had an amazing season last year. I have not been high on Norman Powell. I don't know why. I know the numbers are there.
Wait. Why are you not high on Norman Powell? He had his best season of his whole career.
But that's the thing, man.
He should have been an all-star this season. Obviously, they did it to James Harden because he produces more assists and rebounds per game.
Hang on, I can get to that part with Nick, but like Nick, let me ask you this, Nick, because I'm not high on Norman either. But don't you think he could excel with Tyler out?
Well, I definitely think he can excel with Tyler out. I don't know if he's going to be able to carry that load on him. I don't think he's going to be able to have the load management.
I think where Nick and I can agree with in terms of not being so high on Norman is only because with the Clippers, he had a situation where he was able to step up without Kawhi.
Leonard is out. Leonard was out.
Yeah, Leonard was out for here and there, and they're going through whatever they're going through.
Yeah.
But even then, also we gotta keep in mind, Ty Lue and Spo are different coaches, different systems, so we gotta see how that adjustment goes. But again, it's just like, I don't know. Norman had a great season, no doubt, but also, can he do it again? That's the main question, because we've seen one-hit wonders here and there every year. So it's like, okay, we know he's a good player, but can he keep that all-star level production? I think that's the main question.
And that's the same thing that Heat fans were asking about Terry Rozier when he was first in the team, because Terry Rozier was in Charlotte and he was averaging 21, 22
right now they're exploring options to possibly trade him. Like,
I'll doubt they'll find a suitor for him, because no one's going to.
Right now, teams with the gambling situation that he's been going through.
It's just the whole thing with the Heat right now is I don't believe that they're going to excel just because they don't have a backup big man. That means Khalil Ware will most likely have to play the backup five for the beginning of the season, and then eventually they're going to have to put him in that starting role, because I know for a fact they won't put Jovic at that five. If they put Jovic at that five, our season's over. Our season will be over, and it's just facts. Norman Powell. I'm still riding that little Terry Rozier roller coaster.
He's actually developed. Like, he's been developing, and he's getting a little bit more weight.
100%.
But that doesn't mean he's gonna play the fifth, because he can go against those types of centers. Like,
that's the only thing, Raul, is he just can't play the five. He's not comfortable at the five.
Yeah,
it's almost like AD. It's almost like Anthony Davis, but slimmer. He just doesn't want to play the five, and he doesn't do good in that.
No, and he's not. And there's no comparison on him playing.
There's no comparison, but it's just like in terms of what the player is more comfortable with, what they prefer.
Yeah.
And again, because we're seeing the revival of the two big lineups. No. And let's say we go up against New York and they run with Cat and Mitchell Robinson. Jovic will be in hell.
Yeah, he won't survive. Yeah, he won't get a single rebound that game. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the Heat don't have the depth. Losing Tyler Herro is huge for them because you're basically getting rid of your load management guy, and you're basically giving all that to Norman Powell.
Your best scorer, your all-star.
And now and we already saw how Bam was last year when he was given the keys to take the load offensively, and it wasn't great. Again, first season at the power forward position, but give him time defensively, he'll be fine. We all know that. But again, man, Tyler Herro, it's huge for them. I don't believe in Norman Powell. I think Norman Powell will have a drop-off this year because, again, on the Clippers, a lot of that load that the teams were focusing on was on James Harden. James Harden was the main focus for teams, and Norman Powell would just get open and hit shots. That's his game, you know? And every now and then he'll create space and make his own shots. I just don't see that in the Heat system.
I know this is a young player, but like Vladislav Golden, he actually could be.
We know he can be good, but we know he can be good, and not to cut you off, Raul, is just the fact that he's on a two-way contract.
Yeah.
So he can play only
we gotta see if he's gonna make the roster.
Exactly. He can only play right now. Currently, I believe it's 50 games. He cannot play in the playoffs if he were to make it. So it's like
they're gonna be a playing team.
But that's the part that bugs Heat fans is on the standard roster.
Yeah, we continue that streak. We continue that streak of playing and not making it a top 6.
So that's the thing. Like I do think the Heat will excel to making the play-in eventually. Again, this season. It's just I think at the beginning of the season we're gonna have a little fall off. I don't think it's gonna be like a wide margin of separation from the 500 mark. I think we're gonna be like right under it, maybe like a couple games under it, but. I'm sorry, man. If you're getting Norman Powell, the number one spot,
go ahead and give your take.
So I'm surprised on Anthony saying that they're gonna be above 500. At the same time, like I'm proud of him because I would never known that he would actually give the Heat hope without Tyler Herro being above 500. So kudos to Anthony, especially you already know the situation, how he feels with the Miami Heat. But I gotta agree with Nick, Anthony. Like this actually is a really tough situation with Miami. And I'm not only talking about like Herro being out for 2 months. Like right now, we're trying to shop Terry Rozier. You've already heard the rumors of Andrew Wiggins. So right now, like the Heat are going through another season, basically being distracted, like having this type of situations. Like we started the season with Jimmy Butler. Is he going to be traded or not? Injuries.
Well, I don't think it's the level of. I don't think it's the level of drama that we face with Jimmy Butler.
No, it's not. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be drama with the team. I'm talking about distractions. Like
no, but that's what I'm saying.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen with Andrew Wiggins? Is he be traded? We've heard the rumors with the Lakers. The Lakers are interested in him, and what are they going to offer towards us? Like Austin Reeves, Rui Hashimura. Like we've been every single season starting without basically having a stable roster, either healthy or basically having that type of news if some of the players are going to be traded before the season starts, especially our ex-superstar named Jimmy Butler. So every time we are going through a new season, there's always a type of controversial.
Of course.
Headline like, We got Herro out. Now we're shopping Terry Rozier or Andrew Wiggins. Like,
I don't think it's necessarily. I don't think it's necessarily a big distraction for the team. Just because last year you dealt with all that stuff with Jimmy Butler, and even Spo said it. This is the first time he's ever dealt with in his career. He's never known what to do with that. Now that he has a stable roster and these guys have been together for. This is going to be the first full season.
You're talking about stable. Herro is out for 2 months.
No. I'm talking about
two players that are probably going to be in the trade block.
But I'm talking about stables regarding distractions, Raul. Just because Jimmy Butler was the biggest distraction. Now the team's not stable because of injuries and all that stuff. But regarding all the trade rumors and all that stuff, there's always going to be distractions like that. It's just a business. But
right now, in the past seasons, the Heat are being the only team entering a new upcoming like with all this type of incidents, situations,
not entirely, Raul, because like
you see most of the other teams and they got their roster, like they know where they're opening with, like they know where they're starting with. Miami Heat, not in the past 2 seasons.
I'll let him finish. Sorry, Raul. So I was gonna say like not entirely that he's the only one to deal with this, because you have teams like not to the same pedigree, they're not the same. No, like in terms of distractions, we've had the Pelicans with Zion's weight issues. They've had that distraction. Charlotte is always a distraction in the offseason. The Kings, I would say the Kings at the moment, they have that because DeMar, Levine, Sabonis.
The street drama over there.
Yeah, those guys are in trade talks, gonna be in trade talks until the deadline because they're not gonna be good this season. So I'm just saying they're not the only one, but I do understand where you're coming from, where it's like this is like a first time really in terms of the organization where it's like it's getting out of hand publicly, just because like you're not used to all this. Because back then, of course, Shaquille had drama. Never social media though. It wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah.
With LeBron, even things were more quieter. So like even at that time, this is like the first time where it's like everything is so known that you just can't hide it, and it's harder to block out the noise.
All right, so in the East right now,
mm-hmm.
the Celtics with Tatum being out, and then the acquisition of Anthony Simons, like right now they know what type of season that they're gonna have. The Indiana Pacers, Miles Turner joins Milwaukee. Halliburton is out. They already know what type of season they are expecting to have. The Philadelphia Sixers, that's actually a team that I like that you mentioned. Yeah, there's questions because is Paul George gonna stay in the roster? But after disappointing Joel Embiid and he's still healthy, Tyrese Maxey, is he gonna lose patience like with the team? Because he's actually been doing everything for them, and he actually has been the most clutch player in the past seasons. Right now, for me, he's actually the face of the franchise. Even though people are gonna talk about Joel Embiid, like he should be. So
he's their future. That's why.
But then you see New York, Cleveland, right? Right now, those are the teams. Detroit, Orlando, they reinforce. All those teams already know if they stay healthy, the type of season that they are expected to have. And then the teams that, all right, you can see them as a play-in, like Toronto probably, Washington. I got to discard Charlotte, Anthony. I don't know why you keep
I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing the teams and anything like that. I'm just saying in terms of off-season drama, especially going to camp. Because with them, there's always something. I'm not going to get into it too much, but there's always something going on with them. They've been quieter, I would just say that, in the couple of off seasons, but before, oh my gosh, it was always something with one of their players.
Yeah.
I'm
not getting into it.
Exposed. Miles Bridges.
Gosh, I missed this.
He was supposed to have a big contract extension. All of a sudden, it became a 1 year. What was it, Anthony? Like
no, it was a 3. It was a 3 year. I want to say it was 30 or less $1 million deal. It was like an average salary.
I'm talking about what he signed for last season. I'm talking about what was expected him to sign.
That's what Anthony's saying.
He's still under contract. By the time he's re-signed, it was a 3 year
extension. He got a 1 year extension.
No, he didn't. Raul, he got a 3 contracts with me again.
It was a 3 year extension, Raul, and it's like slightly under 30 million. I think it's like almost the exact same deal as Terry Rozier, kind of, maybe a little bit more than Terry.
Raul, after the show, we'll Google this, and I can't wait for this.
So to sum up the Heat season, Anthony, you're going with over 500.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt for once this summer. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Sorry, Orlando Magic.
No, hey man.
Orlando Magic.
Right now,
there's a dance. Yeah.
Right now, Miami. I see them as a below 500 before he returns, but at the same time, like not many games below 500. They're gonna be close there, but X factor for that to happen, or if Anthony is gonna be right on what he's saying, Adebayo superstar status. because he has to reinvent himself. Last season, he downgraded, he regressed. Yeah. Like right now, AJ Wilson, 4-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year for the third time in her career that she's an MVP, Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. It's like, man, you gotta ball out for Miami. He's like right now, or get that type of inspiration, get that type of motivation. Like your girl is doing her right now. She's in the Mount Rushmore right now. I can consider her the best player ever in the WNBA. Look what she's done at short term.
True.
Yeah. Compare to Diana Taurasi, compare to Sue Bird, compare to Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, Maya Moore, Tamika Catchings. The list goes on. So he's the one that gave her the MVP. So try to have that type of mindset. Like,
listen, I'm not gonna lie. I hope they stay together just because I want to see them have a super baby. Like I want to see their child become like the greatest basketball player ever, bro. Think about
male or female. Bro,
that's what I'm saying, bro. You got Bams, you got the defensive Bam out of bio, and then you have the offensive Asia, bro. It's perfect.
Bro, that's a perfect combination.
We gotta get back to this. We gotta get back.
All right. The point is that this actually like a bad situation for Miami, losing Tyler Herro for the beginning of the season. So right now, Norman Powell, he should have the same thing that happened with while Leonard being out. He should have another impactful season until Herro returns, and not pressure Tyler to come back as soon as possible if the Heat are like in a bad situation or position beginning of the season. Adebayo, he's the captain. And most people are saying that he got exposed after Jimmy Butler left. So right now, he's got to literally be the front of that team. He's got to be the leader of that team. He's got to be the best two-way player of that team. So to end like this segment, Adebayo right now, he's got a ball. Because then we're going to be talking about him like he's had a good career. But is he that type of all-star player that has been selected twice in his career? This is his time to prove it. Even if Anthony has that weird look right now, because he doesn't believe in Adebayo.
Listen, Anthony he has the Orlando Magic theme song.
He has the Orlando Magic theme song.
I'll finish off with this. There's many things I don't believe about the Heat for the whole season, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that they can take advantage.
Which is surprising.
Yeah, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt for this one time, probably the whole year.
We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So me and Nick are saying below 500. Anthony surprisingly is saying above 500. I mean, the Heat got a better roster than last season. Now, obviously, the last 2 summers, it's been unstable with like the saga and drama with Jimmy Butler. Now our best player getting injured. Now the Terry Rozier and Andrew Wiggins situation, let's see what happens. But at the same time, like if the Heat actually pull another rabbit out of the hat with Pat Riley doing another big move and letting Anthony and everybody know that he still got it, like he still can.
Just wait till next episode.
He can have a big reward. With Andrew Wiggins, he actually can acquire Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura.
Just wait
in return.
I feel like with that, I feel like this would be a good place to move on to the next segment.
With the Rozier, we'll see what happens over there. But now, at the same time, Eric Spoelstra, like a lot of people have been talking about, like, could he be in the hot seat? In my opinion,
speaking of head coaches in the hot
seat, obviously not. But right now, Spoelstra is gonna do all the adjustments necessary for the Heat to be stable and balanced until Herro returns. But the only basically they've been stable, consistent defensively. Offensively is where they gotta do a better job.
Bro, speaking of head coaches who are on the hot seat, let's turn over.
Let's go to the other segment, which this one is actually the favorite for Nick. This is actually the one that Nick has been waiting for.
There are 3 things guaranteed in life. There's 3 things guaranteed in life: taxes, and Nick's blood boiling over the Miami Dolphins.
So that's why we're gonna give him the first word on this. All right, so Nick, the Miami Dolphins are flatlining after falling to, just in case Anthony's our producer, so he's the one creating these headlines. Just in case if you're trying to
Thank you for throwing your anger at me.
So the Dolphins fall to the Bills 31-21 and having an 0-3 start to the season. How much longer until Mike McDaniels is fired? Nick, the floor is yours.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this Dolphins team is rough, and everyone can see it. They can't move the ball down the field. On the first plays of the game, they always struggle just to move. Even on their scripted drives, they cannot move the ball down the field. It's hard to watch them. The McDaniel offense is dying by the second. Tua can't even get the ball out correctly. Tua looks petrified in the backfield. He doesn't even look like he just looks like there's something wrong with him. Like the guy's making.
He played better last game.
Listen, he played better.
It was that interception. It was that interception. The only error that he committed, which obviously it was the most important game that changed the outcome. I understand that, but he actually was running. At the same time, like Tua is somebody that doesn't run that much the ball.
Just so you know, all Dolphins fans were holding their breath when he ran that ball. We were crying when he ran. We were
when that man runs. When that man runs, Nick, I want to cry every time.
Aren't you the guy that has always said that the Dolphins throughout the past years, mostly this decade, has had one of the worst O-line? So what the hell do you think he's gonna do?
Nothing.
Stick in the pocket.
No. Listen, the Miami Dolphins need to listen. The Miami Dolphins at this point in their time, they need to fire McGreer and McDaniel. And I've been saying this for months and years now. They need to fire. Before I would say just Greer. Now it's both. I want both of them gone. We need a whole culture reset. I give McDaniel probably until like week maybe 8, maybe a little longer than that, honestly, because even if they're having a bad season, I don't think they're just going to blow up the team and just say, screw it. I think they're just going to ride it out with what they have. And then
I feel like Stephen Ross should sell his shares.
That would be nice too, honestly. But the Dolphins, man, it's another year disappointment, and I'm used to it already. I mean, I'm still going to feel pain. I'm still going to feel anger from it. But I'm waiting for McDaniel for it to be gone.
There's 2 teams that are 0-3, and they're going to face each other next week in the same division in the AFC, and those are the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets.
Wow, great primetime game in NFL. Great choice for primetime game.
On a Monday.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's actually funny. So I actually think like this is the moment for Miami to basically turn the season around.
Yeah, no, dude. If you think Miami's going to turn their season around from the New York Jets game, I'm sorry to break it to you. No, that is not going to be the game.
Are they still guaranteed to be without Justin Fields for that game?
At the moment, yeah. Tyrod Taylor is the quarterback, and he played good. He actually played good against the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
good as strong.
I've been, just for the viewers, I've been on the road
compared to Justin Fields last game, compared to Justin Fields the second game of the season against the Bills. Tyrod Taylor, actually.
Just for the viewers out there, I've been on the road for 2 hours, so I have not been able to dive deep as usual. I actually thought about this. I think if you lose to the Jets and then the Carolina Panthers right after, please just pull the plug. Fire McDaniels.
No, it has to be both. I'm telling you, it has
I know.
to be both.
That's what I'm saying. If you lose back-to-back games against the Jets and then the Panthers,
I mean,
you have to pull that.
Why are you insulting the Panthers? They just dominated.
I like
the
Bryce
Falcons.
Young, but my goodness,
they just dominated the Falcons 27-0.
Oh yeah,
give them credit
with NFC 2 on the other side.
give them credit for that.
I give it maybe to like week 8, week 9, and then that's when they call it quits.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna start the season 0-5, potentially, like just pull the damn plug. That's all. Like, come on. Like,
listen, man.
At that point, your season's over. You have nothing going for you at all.
So, is like who's gonna be the successor? Like Vic Fangio as a defensive coordinator, or
again, I wasn't able to dive deep into it. But if you're 0-5, you just lost everything. You lost a locker room. You lost a franchise. You lost a fan base. You lost everything. You have nothing going. This man on the screen on the bottom corner has nothing going for him.
Never mention that name Vic Fangio again. If I hear the name Vic Fangio again,
he just won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. I mean, I don't know if they should give him a contract. I don't know if they should sign. I mean, obviously they can't.
I need a 5 after that. I can't.
I mean, he just won a Super Bowl he just won a Super Bowl. I don't know if they should pick him at the end of the season, like bring him back as a head coach, turn that defense around.
And that beautiful defense where we put outside linebackers and edge rushers playing against slot corners. Beautiful defense, Vic Fangio. Thank you for your time in Miami.
I mean, at the end of the day, like he does what he can do with the talent. First of all, Nick, if you're looking at the stats, they actually were better efficiency in defense than offense last season.
Wow, that's crazy, bro. And you know what that led to? An 8-9 season.
Bro, injuries are also a factor.
It's the same story, bro. We can't get anybody that can stay healthy, bro. It's the same thing every single year. Our best offensive lineman for 4 years, Teron Armstead, injured every single game. The dude would play on a torn ACL, and he would still be the best offensive lineman in the field because no one can compete. No one on the offensive line can work together.
So we love a Nick crash out.
All right, so it's Mike McDaniels' fault that Tua literally goes head for head, but when he entered the concussion protocols last season again, instead of taking a slide, or taking it.
But
that's Mike McDaniels' fault. That's Mike McDaniels' fault, right?
But Raul, even when Tua's obviously, even when Tua is not playing like himself and he's doing a bunch of like BS on the field, no one in the locker room is even listening to him. He lost the locker. How can you be a head coach if you lose the respect of your players?
JJ Watt said it best. If your team at this point in the season has a players only meeting, you pack your bags for Cabo because we're not going anywhere. And the entire team that cannot follow one single leader.
After the first loss against Daniel Jones, I mean, Daniel Jones right now is looking like an all-star player.
He's doing good and respect. And listen,
respect to him. Like, I mean,
we gotta respect Danny Dimes.
But I already said that speaks more on like the Dolphins defense, on how they allowed Daniel Jones to have the best game of his career. Anthony. Daniel Jones had the best game of his career, and so we're not talking about that defense of Miami.
I'm saying no because Daniel Jones has been balling for 3 weeks now, and the Dolphins defense still cannot perform up to any expectations. I don't think there were any expectations for this defense going into the season. After watching the training clips, our Tua's lighting up the field. Who's covering our wide receivers? Who? If you can name me one corner on the roster roll, I will give you $10.
I mean, you guys lost Jalen Ramsey, so there's nobody.
That's crazy. There you go. Can you name me one corner right now? That's it. That's healthy.
At the same time, you lost Javon Holland, big defensive player.
Dumb release.
We lost so many defensive personnel.
So many like the key pieces.
Okay, we got Minka.
And as an edge, you got Bradley Chubb.
I mean, Bradley Chubb's actually been having a really good season. Fortunately for him, he's having a good season, but it's a waste of his prime, dude. And it's not even a prime, dude.
Literally. It's not about prime. It's just about him. If he's on a contending team, like he could be like a helpful type of player for like a 49ers right now with Bosa being out for the rest of the season. Like Bradley Chubb actually could be a good piece to that defense.
The thing right now that the Dolphins need to do and they need to prioritize is trading Tyreek Hill. They need to trade Tyreek.
He's gonna ask his out of the team.
Like it's all about
last year.
It's all about timing. Yeah, it's all about timing. Like he's gonna ask to be traded eventually, especially I didn't thought that anything that was gonna be as a reaction losing to the Bills because you guys know that they were not the favorites against them. No, like we already know.
It was more likely
it's gonna be a different scenario against the Jets. Not both of them are 0-3. If they lose against New York, there's gonna be so many different outcomes. Mike McDaniels probably gonna get fired. Tyreek Hill's gonna ask his out of Miami, and then they're possibly gonna already start exploring future options for quarterbacks. Nick,
they need to, bro. They need to. Yeah. Like, I love Tua, and I'm a Tua.
Yeah, of course. That's why I like. Thank God that you didn't react it the way that you've done in the past with us in the sports show defending Tua, because I understand. Like Tua, he in the past seasons, if it's not because of concussion protocols or injuries, he's actually an accurate passer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then his O line doesn't protect him. So remember. I mean, 2 seasons ago they led offensively in efficiency, in yards passing, second in rushing, first in points scoring. Like a couple of years ago, they were the best offensive team, and Tua had the best season of his career. Tyreek Hill almost made it to 2,000 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
The biggest flaw with that season,
Raheem Mostert, he had his best season of his whole career. Yes. Jalen Waddle, he also got injured. They had the pieces offensively, and that was Mike McDaniels' first season as a head coach.
But the biggest flaw with that team was how quickly teams were able to recognize their offensive schemes. Like after, I would say, the game that really exposes was actually against the Chargers on primetime. It was the entire game, I'll never forget it. They singled out the middle of the field because that's where all Tua wanted to go to. I don't know if you remember in that season, but in the game against the Broncos, perfect example.
Yeah.
Majority of his balls were Tyreek Hill across the middle, Jalen Waddle across the middle, and they would just take off, you know? The Chargers, as soon as they recognized that offense, they shut it down and they made them throw to the corners because Tua's he's a hard time throwing on the outside, like deep outside. That's his hard pass that he can't complete, and that's probably the most important pass that a quarterback needs to make. And he can do it when he needs to. I've seen it. People have seen it, but he's not going to do it with this offense. With this offense, one of the worst in the league, where he only has 3.11 seconds to get the ball out. It's right on par with the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line. And we just lost Liam Eichenberg today for the foreseeable future. We don't even know if he's ever going to return to the field. Our offensive lineman, our guard that we drafted in the second round, he's the worst offensive lineman in the entire league.
For me, also, the flaw for Miami is also, playing in inclement weather. They literally cannot win a game.
I don't care about December and winning in the winter. It doesn't mean shit to me because I've seen them do it before and they can do it again. But this team specifically, back a while ago, bro, fucking years and years and years ago, I've seen them do it.
That's what I'm saying. But bro, we're fucking seeing right now in this decade.
That's what I'm saying. This team,
inclement weather, they cannot win. They cannot win on the road. We've seen it against the Bills. We've seen it against the Chiefs.
We're already in the fall.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is we're in the fall, but right now October is around the corner. November is around the corner. December. What I'm trying to say, they look like a different team on the road compared at home. At home, at their hot temperature, they always win. But when they're on the road, I think the only big road win that they had was, if I'm mistaken, last 2 seasons, it was Christmas Eve, if I'm not mistaken, against the Dallas Cowboys. But at the same time,
that was
here. No, that was here. I went to that game.
That was here.
Well, that was at home. That was a home game.
Well,
I'll never forget it.
All right, so that
was the year that the Cowboys couldn't win on the road.
That was also the year.
That was their narrative.
So all right, it was my mistake. It was a big win for them.
Yeah,
but where was it? At their territory. When it's on the road, they're a completely different team, and that's, for me, one of the biggest flaws that they have.
I mean, absolutely. That's just something they needed to get.
When have you seen a big win from them on the road, in the past seasons?
Baltimore Ravens 2 years ago when we.
That was the beginning of the season.
That's a big game, though.
I know it's a big game, but like Anthony says, it's in the fall.
That is in the fall. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, I'm retired.
And then against the Chargers, in LA as well. The beginning of last season, they beat the Chargers. That was a big win. Where? In Los Angeles during the fall.
Well, also Dome. So.
Yeah.
So
this team
right now, I think to end this segment, everything is going to be determined whatever happens against the Jets.
I could see that.
Pretty much.
Because against the Jets, that would be because if I'm not mistaken, it's at home.
Yeah, it is.
Hard Rock Stadium against a team that is exactly like them, 0-3. And it's at 7:30 ESPN. It's a primetime game. So I think whatever results we see from that game, either it's lost or actually a non-convincing win, there's going to be a lot of conversation on Mike McDaniels' future. At the same time, Tyreek Hill's probably going to ask us out of Miami. And then the team is actually going to have to start looking future-wise for either a new veteran quarterback or somebody coming out of college. Because right now, Tua is not the guy that most people think that they can take the Dolphins to the promised land.
That's what I'm trying to say. But not for the Dolphins. He will be, but not for the Dolphins. I promise you right now. If he ends up in Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh will win a playoff game, and they will do something in the playoffs. I promise you that.
So you give him more, you give him more expectation. You give him more expectation over Aaron Rodgers right now,
dude.
If he goes to Pittsburgh,
listen, Aaron Rodgers, he's been serviceable. Okay, he's had good games, but he's been serviceable. Okay, like he hasn't been like wow, like oh my god, like you know, like, but he's done enough. To
I mean, the old wow that you just mentioning, that was first game against the Jets.
But that's what I mean. But after that, it's like you're waiting for it. You know?
Finally, the defense woke up.
Oh yeah,
the defense finally woke up.
Defense. How about the Gators and the Hurricanes?
Dude, I'm not even gonna comment in this segment. Like you guys can talk all you want. Like right now, this is some of the things that I hate from our producer Anthony. We don't.
No matter what, you guys get angry at me. No matter what I do,
we don't have to be
love, though. It's all out of love.
So the Miami Hurricanes are still undefeated in the season after dominating the Florida Gators for a second straight year. You know, whatever. Are the Gators done for the season? Whoever wants to.
Would you like to answer that first?
The Gators have been out since they lost against South Florida.
Yep. Okay, that's a good way to sum it up.
Yeah.
They lost against South Florida, a non-top 25 ranked team. After they lost against them, South Florida entered the top 25, and they took the Gators out of the top 25.
Yeah.
And then who was the Gators playing the next week? LSU. Their kryptonite. We already knew that they were going to lose that game. And then who was their third straight game losing? Miami. Like the season was over after they lost against South Florida.
Hold on, Raul, I got you.
And the Gators quarterback, like I'm a lose it right now.
DJ?
I'm a DJ Lagway. I'm a lose it with that guy.
Okay,
I don't understand why he's still the QB1 for that team. Like, have you respectfully nothing? Wait, this is my time. Like
you're right.
I didn't have time. Now I got time. Since you guys gave me the floor towards this. All right, so what was the scoreboard against South Florida?
I can double check. Hang on.
16 points they score offensively, right?
It was 18-6. Yeah.
18-16.
18-16, my bad. 18-16.
Oh my god.
What was the second game against LSU? 10 points.
20-10.
10 points. What was this game against Miami? 7 points.
26-7.
So
6-7.
Combine 3 games, 33 points. We saw that from the freaking Steelers game starting the season against the Jets. Like we've seen so many teams in the NFL. Look, you know what I'm saying? Why am I comparing professional? Let's go back to collegiate level. We've seen Florida State 2 straight games scoring over 16 points.
This team might be worse than last year's Florida State team. This Gators team, I'm not gonna lie.
Couldn't that be obvious, Nick? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, I think they had a little bit more hope this year. And the team does have a lot of pieces to work with. You know, Wilson's a really good number 1 receiver. Lagway, I think.
Lagway what? Lagway what?
He threw 5 picks.
Lagway what?
I think Lagway. I don't know if
Lagway what?
I don't think it's just his offense that he's in. I'm not gonna lie. I think that if Lagway were to transfer to somewhere else, I think he'd do better than in Florida. Again, because against Miami, you saw a lot of those plays that he was trying to make. He was slipping and sliding all over the field. Like he would literally drop back, slip on the field. It was raining the entire game. You know, he had a couple balls that should not have been thrown. But dude, some of his balls that were dots, receivers just dropped it. Like
not just that, but Nick, like you seen the Hurricanes defensive line? They kill anybody in front of them.
Yeah, dude. Ruben Bain looks like the second coming of Khalil Mac right now, and I'm ecstatic about it, bro.
Heisman candidate, actually.
All right, so that game that they lost against South Florida, and then we were talking about South Florida. Wow, right now, they are actually surprising some of the teams in the league, and then all of a sudden they play against Miami, and they got exposed.
Yep.
And that's the same team that Florida lost to.
Yep. If Florida wins another game this year, I'll be shocked. I think they can win another game, but they will not.
Have you seen their schedule, man?
Oh, I'm looking at it right now. It's terrible. It is a terrible schedule. Next week they play Texas.
I'll be surprised if they make it to 3 wins.
Oh, I think the game that they're going to catch for one of their wins is the Kentucky game, actually. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people and take that game against Kentucky.
Kentucky is also
November.
Kentucky has also been a team for them. Like, I'm not gonna say kryptonite, but Kentucky
it's a rivalry game. It's a struggle bus.
It's a rivalry game. Who do they play October 4?
Archie Manning, Mr. Texas.
So we talking about, is the Gators season over? Bro, it was over since week 2.
Well, again, they lost a lot of recruits this offseason.
Who do they face after Texas? Texas A&M.
Yep.
Top 9. After that, Mississippi State.
4-0 Mississippi State, by the way.
4-0 Mississippi State. Then Georgia. Then Kentucky. Number 13, Ole Miss. Number 15, Tennessee. And to end the season, number 8, Florida State. Bro, I don't see them getting to 3 victories.
They're going to play a total of 3 unranked teams this entire season. And I think that's insane. This is one of the hardest schedules I've ever seen in college football. And a team only does that when you believe in it. You know, when you believe in a team like the way Florida has with their guys.
Let's move on. Let's move on. This is actually very saddening because at the same time, after the Gators won the national championship game, they became the first program to have 3 titles in football and basketball. And then one thinking that this hypes the football team up and building up here, knowing that he's probably going to be in the hot seat if the team doesn't make it to the playoffs. Like right now, I don't see him lasting the whole rest of the season.
He's lost too many recruits and too many big games to keep that job. He needs to be gone.
Exactly. So this was a stupid question and a stupid segment to talk about over here. Let's talk about something even more interesting and serious. Are the Beck? Remind everybody, Anthony is the producer here. He's the one that creates these headlines. So Anthony,
today, I made that headline.
Keep shooting the gun at me.
That guy up here, don't shoot that guy.
This is what happens when you're trying to screw my Gators over. All right, so the floor is yours, Anthony. Are the Beck?
I'm just happy to be covering the Hurricanes over the UCF Knights, man. I am loving everything I'm seeing. Now, obviously, Carson Beck did not have a great game against the Gators. That's not deniable. He overthrew a lot of passes. He was low on a few passes, just inaccurate. But the running game saved the Hurricanes. Fletcher, my gosh, he was amazing. Same with Brown. They both did amazing.
He's been consistent.
Literally, the run game is what saved the Hurricanes against the Gators. That's what saved them a lot.
Jamal Brown had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Exactly. Brown had 2 rushing touchdowns. Fletcher had 1 rushing touchdown. I think. Wait, was it Fletcher or Brown that sealed the deal at the 4?
Brown.
Thank you. Yeah, no. So literally, the rushing game was what did everything for them. But also, again, like I mentioned earlier, the Hurricane defensive line gave hell to Lagway. I wrote an article a few weeks ago talking about
why you keep mentioning that name.
I wrote an article
you're saying it as he's a all-star quarterback.
Well, he has the potential.
No, he's not.
I mean, I wrote an article.
Maybe not with you, but
I wrote an article about Beck as a Heisman candidate, and I mentioned about how looking forward to this game. If the Hurricanes
gotta give you credit, that was a good piece. Like everybody over here watching the show, Anthony, afterwards give basically your social media and where basically you're posting all of your articles because that was a big piece.
Anthony A _NBA on Instagram and X. And I mentioned there, like, looking forward to this game. It's simply as this: if the Hurricanes defensive line give hell to Lagway, that takes care of the game, and that's exactly what happened. Outside of that drive in the third quarter, he had nothing going for him. He was either sacked or he was scared. Hands were shaking, literally. Remember that meme? The hands shaking, that was him.
Listen, man, the Canes know how to do it right. They built their trenches, and that's the way that the Dolphins need to do.
Just to finish my take, because yes, they're back and they're legitimate contenders. Simply as this, even if the opponent manages to throw the ball successfully, they're gonna get hit like painfully. It's almost like Baltimore Ravens type of hits.
Yeah. This team, we haven't seen a Canes team like this excel since honestly the 2001 season. You know, a team this competitive that is for sure to win this many games. We have not seen a team like this. Like the most recent success that the Canes had when it comes to like top 5 is probably in 2017, where we beat Notre Dame. Malik Rozier was our quarterback. We had pretty good players. I think Braxton Berrios was on that roster too. You know, it was a fun season. But the difference between that season and this one is that we had more hope that year that we'd make it. Not that much expectation. We just had more hope, hoping that we would push. This year, I'm scared to say that we're back, man. I'm scared to say it because I don't want to jinx us.
All right, so this is the question. Are you Beck?
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yes.
Answer.
Yeah. I said yeah, they're legitimate contenders.
I'm gonna disagree with both of you because even though Carson Beck has had a good season, I mean, he's a 2-time national champion with Georgia. Everybody's gonna obviously give credit to the defense. They were elite. But at the same time, like, they gotta produce offensively in order to win games at the same time. So Carson Beck, this has been like a big transfer, especially in replacing Cam Ward, which right now he's not doing good. The start of the season with the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, but Cam Ward, they can't block him either.
But Cam, all right. So going back, I'm trying to go to the collegiate level back here. Mm-hmm. Cam Ward, like, have one of the best career seasons from a Miami player we've ever witnessed. Ever witnessed. Now, why didn't they make it to the ACC championship or the playoffs?
Bro, you're really gonna hold on to this.
Trash. Their defense was trash. And right now, if we're talking about the U being back, I got to give more credit to their running backs, Mark Fletcher and Shamar Brown, and Pringle as well. They got a combined 11 rushing touchdowns. What are you talking about? They got a combined 11 rushing touchdowns. And their defense, right now, has been amazing.
But where does all of that stem from? All those running back points and all of those like defensive stats or whatever, it all goes back and stems to the trenches. Mario Cristobal built these trenches for this exact offense. He's
a big factor, but we've also seen Mario Cristobal take bad decisions. Like, remember the last game when instead of running the clock, they ran the fucking ball, and then they lost the way. It became a turnover, and then basically a reward for the team that the first loss of the season that they had.
But look at the differences of teams and look at the quality of teams. That's what I also say. And then the other thing with Chris Paul, I will never excuse him for that. That was a terrible call. He should not have done that. He has learned from those experiences and has not done anything yet to like give us like the I'm not gonna say it, but the OF word, you know, like like the panic button. We haven't had to press the panic button a single time yet. Last year, Cam Ward, we had probably the best Miami Hurricane quarterback I've ever seen. Better than Vinny Testaverde, better than Jim Kelly. Like, he was probably the single season greatest quarterback season I have ever seen from a Cane. And now he's the number 1 pick in the draft. And then we get Carson Beck, another true transfer quarterback who's phenomenal. Last game he wasn't phenomenal, you know, he was serviceable. But on this offense and this team, that's all he needs to be. He needs to be good or serviceable because the running backs are good. The wide receivers are good. But everything stems from that offensive and defensive line. The offensive line knows how to block. The defensive line wreaks havoc on any offensive line they go up against. So I do agree with you that the running backs, yes, they're amazing. I'm not discrediting the running backs, but everything on that team stems from the trenches. And that's something the Dolphins need to take a note of.
Also, keep in mind, in Beck's last season at Georgia, he wasn't his best. Yeah, he got to the championship game, but he led the, I forgot what conference it is. My bad. But
the SEC.
He led the SEC interceptions.
But that was a lot of those balls were drops. Like a lot of those were just if the receivers hitting the ball hitting their hands and the ball just flying away because no one.
I get that, but
they led the league in drops.
I get that, but it still impacts him. It impacts his draft stocks even before he got
absolutely. Injured. But this is a perfect scenario that he's in now.
So he didn't have a great outing. He did not have a great outing. The talent was there, but now you see him like there's reports that he is shifting draft boards up from the NFL as he's performing. They're eyeing him now
because he's a smart quarterback. Like I personally, like you know what. He's a very smart quarterback, and he's serviceable. Now, will he be a great NFL quarterback? I can't answer that for you right now. I need to see more.
Yeah, no, it's too early for that one.
It's way too early for that one.
What I'm trying to say that at the same time, Mario Cristobal, he's been a good coach, but has taken bad decisions. I mean, that loss against Georgia Tech was unacceptable. Instead of running the clock, they run the game, and it converted to a turnover. That Syracuse big lead that they had, that was going to actually push them through the ACC championship game and possibly also the playoffs. And then they lost against Iowa State in the Pop-Tart Bowl, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Pop-Tart.
Yeah. But again,
the Pop-Tart Bowl, right now, he's reinventing this team as well as him as a coach. But right now, like the question is, are the Beck? Like Carson Beck, he's done his job. But right now, some of the wins, majority, has been based on the running backs and that defense that actually got better since they were like the worst thing we've ever seen.
Well, from all the transfers.
In my opinion.
From all the transfers that we got. Mm-hmm. We had all of our transfers that we got this offseason. They basically replaced every single starting corner that we had last year. Last year, our biggest issue, and everyone noticed it with the Miami Hurricanes, every single week, the defense was getting worse. No one knew why. But every single week, you can tell, like, why are we regressing?
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the season, you literally saw us get exposed by Syracuse, like what you talk about. We had freshman corners put on islands against senior wide receivers that were just getting burned every single play. After that, Cristobal immediately went out and searched for corners. He got 4-star corners, 5-star corners. He got corners from, oh my God, I forget his name. But dude, we got a lot of transfer corners this year. And that's a huge step in the right direction for this team in building that perfect defense.
Just to end this topic, what I'm trying to say is that for me, like Miami right now is a good balanced team. At the same time, like they are helping each other out. You know what I'm saying? One game it could be the defense, one game could be the offense. But right now, even though I can give credit to Carson Beck, I'm not gonna say that he's been the common factor or denominator for the success that Miami's had. I give it more towards Chamar Brown, Mark Fletcher Jr., Pringle. They've combined 11 rushing touchdowns, and the defense that has actually given hope to this team. That's what I'm trying to say. Last word for both of you guys.
I would just say Nick Saban even talked on the Pat McAfee show how defense carries it. Defense carries. So, pretty much the same as testing. The defense is going to really pull through. Yeah.
In the words of Nick Saban, you are back.
I got no other option. I got to root for Miami since my brother works there as well. And my Gators.
Bandwagon,
they're down. They're done. I mean, my Gators are done for the season. Like, it would be a miracle if they get to 3 wins.
Okay. We'll take you. Don't worry, join us.
We'll take a temporary seat for you.
I'm gonna still celebrate that national championship win.
A little less, though. You got to celebrate a little less if you're going to.
No, I'm not celebrating a little less. I'm not celebrating a little less. Get out of here. All right, guys. That was another episode of Section 305. I'm Raul Pagan with Nick Dupont and Anthony Aguirre. This was a special Florida episode. Some of them are going through a good road, good step. Others right now worrisome. We'll see you next week.